legendary Tony's Chip Wagon. We're gonna eat at Tony's legendary Chip Wagon, one of the most legendary in all of Ottawa. This place has been here many, many years, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Tell you what's good. We're after get a little food. I'm gonna order and tell you the story too. Tony's Chip Wagon. Wearing a mask is essential when ordering. They've always kept lots of cool artifacts. I'm going to explain exactly what this was used for. Close to 20 years ago. Look at this cool tractor over here. This artifact. I don't think anyone's driving this no more. Tony was always big on keeping these old school artifacts, farm stuff around. Used to be a gigantic play structure right here for all these buildings behind it. We're here. Kinds of options, wieners, burgers, known for their legendary poutine. Burgers coming right through the wall. Classic car alert right here inside of Tony's. Look at this. Ooh, that's quite the Impala. Shot of there. And a cooker. Be right back here. This bad from Richmond's finest. This hot dog. Doing, fella? And this is what we're dealing with from Tony's. Classic poutine. Already gonna give it a 5 out of 5 for presentation. Look at that. Look at that. Also went with a cheeseburger. I used to get all the time when I was a kid. And these potatoes, Tony grew them right here, right over there in the garden. This garden used to extend all the way back. One time I think he grew one of the world's biggest potatoes at one point. He would fresh cut these fries himself. Oh yeah, his sweat went into this business big time. Gonna mow into this and give you the verdict. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Real St. Albert's cheese curds, nothing but the best, but it's all in the fries and the gravy. Gravy, the curd. Oh my god, still tastes just like it always did. Cool thing about Tony is Tony was born on New Year's Day in 1951 in Lebanon. Came over to Canada and he met his wife Cecile. 4 daughters, ages 7, 6, I believe 22 months was the youngest. I think one was 4 as well. One day driving back, it was 1984 at this point, driving back from Lowell, Quebec. It's very blizzardy, brutal roads out there in the winter, and Cecile lost control. He lost all 4 daughters. He said the worst thing that would ever happen in his life would be the loss of one of his kids. Total, Tony went through the loss of 5 children. His only son passed at only 3 days old. Ah, so good. A little sunny. Oh, this burger is really good. It tastes like it always did. Already gonna book this 5 out of 5. Don't get better than Tony's. When the fair would come to town, people knew Tony's Chip Wagon. Right here, it's the place to go. Gorgeous area built up here. Used to be a giant play structure right there. When I was a kid, Tony would chase us off of it. He was a very good friend of the family. He would be over at the house. My mom's boyfriend at the time and me would cut his father's lawn do some landscaping for him as well. So he'd be by the house. He was great. Town hero in a lot of senses. Around 2003, he helped grow the world's, at the time, the world's biggest pumpkin. Oh, so good. But then, it wasn't long after 97 that Chip Wagon was moved to where it is right now. 1986, birth of a new daughter, and then the other three he'd recreated. His 4 daughters. It's really crazy how that worked out. Butterfly going that way. This hawk's over here. I want my food. Don't poo on me. Please don't poo on me. I can't share my poutine, guys. Come on. They keep circling me. They're circling me. Fella right here on the table. Why don't you give me the rest of that burger? Come on, you don't need to eat it all yourself. Come on, just pass it over to this table. I'll share with you. Saying I'll share with you. Right over here, Alan Eaton, with the help of Tony, would store that gigantic pumpkin on the back of that wagon right over there. Right here, off what is now coincidentally named Pumpkin Patch Private. Right directly behind Tony's Chip Wagon. Guinness even got wind of this pumpkin. At the time, it was one of the biggest pumpkins ever grown. Right here, it was on the Richmond sign. Notice, but this tractor is actually a cockshut. Cockshut. That was really good. I can't believe it tastes the same as it always did. People knew Tony for his poutine, those potatoes, the fries, the gravy, and everything else he would make. Said he was a friend of the family and whatnot. I'm going to show you where his original location was, just over here. The Max building. The original location of Tony's was just over here, where you now see another Chip Wagon sitting. Something tells me the other 10 trucks that set up shop in his old location didn't work out. Tony's will still be thriving. This place probably won't be here in a couple years. We do have some dispensaries now here in Richmond. Oh, wow, things are changing. What is now a recreational cannabis store was an LCBO. And a deranged woman had struck Tony. Tony was hospitalized, and Tony died July 8th, 2010 in the hospital due to injuries suffered from her hit and run. And Cecile now keeps running that truck right over here from where I just walked from. Cecile keeps it going. That woman deserves a medal. I was very happy that she remembered me, and she's still doing it in memoriam of Tony. Tony was not struck here at what was the LCBO. People were everywhere when this occurred. It's right over here, which is now that hunting store. This is the exact wall. It was a CIBC bank. That sign was up on the day this occurred. The damage to the wall where he was hit is right here behind these mailboxes, which were not there at the time. The wall damage is still there. That's where that unfortunately occurred.